the same as if you were drinking sugar.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, we're not going to badmouth a sponsor. We're not.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
We give them bad press with all the money they're giving us.
Seriously. Very generous, by the way.
We are paying money to our sponsors to not sponsor us.
To not sponsor us. Segment 2, welcome back to IDD Villas. You know, I don't disagree. That is Redoubtable One himself, Tom Izzo. And yes, I am back. He is back. It, they, him, the guy, the myth, the man, the legend.
Reefer then Puff and Smoke?
No.
Shit, I can never remember it.
It's Reefer, J-Bone, Giggle Smoke.
I don't like J-Bone.
That's Giggle Smoke.
You got to change J-Bone.
Giggle Smoke. No, J-Bone. Reefer, J-Bone.
J-Bone? What does that mean?
You know what a J-Bone is?
No.
Oh, my God.
Is it a joint?
Yes.
Never heard a joint called a J-Bone.
J-Bone. Well, that's what it was called. We called it.
A J-Bone? Yo, dude,
joint.
Roll up a J-Bone, baby. Okay, so I've heard. These are some names of joints.
There are so many names.
Let's go through some of them. All right? Names of joints. So back in the day, they used to call them white boys.
Yeah.
Right? Because black dudes smoked blunts. Yeah, white guys smoked
white boys.
Smoked joints.
Joints.
But it was funny, though, because I guess I grew up smoking around. I mean, some black guys, but most of us were all like hip-hop centric, so we all smoked blunts. I could never roll joints. They were too, like they would tear on me.
Every crowd had one dude who could fucking roll a joint. Like legitimately fucking roll a joint. Everybody had one. Every crowd, I should say, that had one. I should say that.
I was more of a blunt roller myself.
Right.
Okay, but we've got white boys. Yeah. We've got J's, just a J.
Just a J.
You've got a spliff.
Yeah.
That was another one. What else?
I'm trying to think of what. I think
J joint split. I never heard it called a J bone.
The problem is I smoked more bowls and whatchamacallits, the bongs. Mm-hmm. So whenever it was a joint, it was a J bone, it was whatever. I didn't hit too many.
J bone.
But I didn't care. Just fucking pass it around. But all
right, so I named 3.
Yeah. I mean, if we look
this
up,
there's so many
by
names.
The way, if you look up there's a lot of names for marijuana. There's a lot of them.
Well, we're not talking about for marijuana.
But
we could get into
they
that
tie it into like whether it's smoking a bowl or a bong or a J-bone.
I put in names for joints, and it's got ball and socket joint. It's thinking of...
You got to type in marijuana in parentheses or something.
Names for weed joints?
Weed. This was not what segment 2 was supposed to be about, but this is my fault.
Slang names for weed. Look. What? This is funny. Spliff, which I said.
Spliff, yeah.
Next one, bone.
Bone.
So that's what, maybe somebody was like, kind of weird just calling it a bone. Like, let's throw the J-bone in front of it. A nail.
I'm sure there's a nail.
A nail. Never heard it called
I never heard that.
A marijuana cigarette.
I've heard that. But to me, that's what it is. Marijuana cigarette. Mr. Smoker.
What's your favorite slang word for a joint?
I don't know if there's a bad one. Let's put it that way. I've never heard a bad one.
Well, I'm pulling up a article that's called that.
Yeah, I never heard of it. A bad one anyway.
Fatty.
A fatty.
Forgot about fatty.
Yeah, that was the most common
one.
An
L. Well, L was actually a blunt. Take that back.
Okay.
J. Ephraim.
What? J. Ephraim?
So an old-fashioned John Withno _H.
John Withno?
Oh, these are the
people. A John Withno?
I'm sorry, these are people that submitted them. An old-fashioned submitted by John Withno. Dude, J. Ephraim. So J is the submission. Ephraim is the person. And then somebody said L. We used to call L's.
L.
Yeah, we used to call L's blunts. Smoking L.
Anyway.
A Madonna, a Bob Marley, a Jason Derulo, a Ziggy.
The Bob Marley one I get. The Jason Derulo Madonna ones I don't. No. Yeah, Madonna was a
pinner, a Fatty J, a Twizzler.
A Fatty J. Okay.
A ting, a gas, a twist, a zoot, a puro, a puffer, a Dutch. That's it. A Dutch is a blunt. A doobie.
A doobie.
Doobie. Forgot about doobie. A mummy finger.
Shit, there was a band called the Doobie Brothers.
A mummy finger.
A mummy finger?
I mean, when you think about it, it does kind of look like a mummy finger.
Okay.
A groovy doobie. A glue stick, a dope stick, a trippy stick, a wizard stick, a Joe, a Jeffrey. I like that. A Jeffrey. A John.
A Jeffrey?
A Jeffrey. Yeah, let's smoke a Jeffrey, dog. I call them Jimmy's. A Jason.
I don't know.
A baseball bat.
That's a little...
A paper plane. Okay, that's all I got. Sorry.
All right. Sorry.
Man.
Right.
Should we stop and start over?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
This is all because of J-Bone.
J-Bone Giggle Smoke. Reefer J-Bone Giggle Smoke. Now I've got it.
Now you've got it.
Okay, it took...
Now, wait, what was your name?
It took...
Your name is the one I can't... It's Puffin... What is it?
Puffin Smoke.
No, but that's part of it. You had another... you had something else.
Papers Puffin Smoke?
Papers something Puffin... What was the middle name? You got to have a middle
Roach
name.
Clip Puffin Smoke? Was that it?
Roach Clip.
No, it wasn't that.
But given we never remember to buy one...
Maybe it was Papers Panella Puffin Smoke? Was it Panella?
I don't know.
It's in Lou Panella.
Papers...
Papers Von Puffin Smoke?
What's the one... oh, no, it's a... What does he call it? Bruce Banner?
What about it?
A Papers Banner or Papers Bruce Puffin Smoke or Banner Puffin Smoke?
No, it wasn't that.
No, I'm saying we should do that.
Oh.
Because you like... That's your favorite one, isn't it?
It doesn't flow, though.
That doesn't really flow. It's a problem.
Papers...
What?
What did we say? Papers...
There was another name in there somewhere.
Was.
I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was.
Papers Bull Puffin Smoke? No.
No. Papers Roach Clip. See, that actually works. Because we keep saying to buy Roach Clip.
Okay, so how about it's Papers RC Puffin Smoke?
How about RC? No.
Papers RC Puffin Smoke? Nah.
I just say it.
Papers Roach Clip Puffin Smoke. That's me.
I think that's you.
Okay.
I think that works.
Clip,
we got to get him an afro. That's next. But one thing at a time.
And a roach clip, apparently.
And a roach clip, because we always talk about it. We never fucking do it. Segment 2, NFL. We picked all the same games last week.
Yeah, let's not do that.
We didn't mean to do
Hold
it.
on, but
It
let's
just
commit
sort of
to this.
happened.
Let's commit to this, that if we get through, like, at some point, if they're all the same,
we got to
like each of us have to go back and pick one. And pick one different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it doesn't make it fun.
I didn't realize we did it until we were done. When I look back, I'm like, we picked all the same game.
It felt right though, as we had the
made sense.
And see, sometimes what happens is we have our discussion, and as we talk through it, points are made, and you go, yeah, that's how I see it too.
It's weird. I mean, but. We're going to preview the games, but we're going to figure out what our record was. What was our record? We all had the same.
Oh, we didn't go through that.
Yeah, what was our record? Who the hell's that?
Messenger.
Adrian,
one of the kids.
Adrian Oliver? Who's Adrian Oliver?
No, it was Olivia.
Olivia Oliver?
Olivia Adrian.
Olivia's out in Colorado.
So you were 78-55.
That was going.
I was 81-52.
Yeah, so,
and do you want to go through real quick?
We'll see what the total was. Yeah, so we both had.
Because it's cool because we don't have to change.
Yeah, we have to change.
So Bears.
Yeah,
Bears won?
Bears won by 3. We were right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Colts won.
Yep, 2-0.
2-0. Bengals.
We lost that.
Oh, they lost to Houston.
Houston beat them. So
yep.
2-1.
Saints.
We lost that, 2-2.
Who did they lose to?
They lost to Minnesota.
Tampa. Lost.
No, we won that one. 3-2.
Did we?
Tampa won. Yep.
Who'd they beat?
Tennessee. So 3-2.
Niners.
Niners won. So
Ravens.
4-2. Ravens lost to Cleveland. That's right. 4-3. Yeah, 4-3.
Cardinals.
Yes, by 2. That was a daunting 2. 25-23.
Who'd they beat?
Atlanta. So we're 4.
Oh, that's right, with Kyler.
We're 5-3.
Lions.
Yep, 6-3.
Cowboys.
7-3.
Seahawks. 8-3.
8-3.
Raiders.
9-3.
Buffalo.
We missed one. Pittsburgh, Green Bay. We had Pittsburgh, didn't we?
Shit. I hope so.
We had Pittsburgh because the game was at Pittsburgh. We had Pittsburgh. We didn't pick Green Bay. They were playing like shit.
Yeah.
We didn't play Green Bay. No, we picked so 10-3, and then we both had Buffalo and Denver won.
Yeah.
So 10-4.
10-4.
Both 10-4. So for the year, that would mean. So I was 78. So I'm 88-59. That's getting better. And you 10-4 is a good week.
Yeah.
It's a good week.
Well, that's why when you see it like that, it's like, well, you were picking.
Yeah. And if you look at the games we lost, I mean,
so
Cleveland
88-55.
88-59. Because I lost 4.
You're right. You're right.
88-59, and you were what?
I was 81-52, so I'm 91-56.
That's good. We're doing well, America. That's good. That's pretty respectable. I'll take that, given how badly I started. So anyway,
okay, so let's go through.
So we're going to go through these.
We both picked Baltimore.
We did. We won that one. So we're 1-0. We picked that one on Tuesday. We did do that on the air. You can look at that. All right. So next. All right. So
this is week 11.
Week 11. Yeah. All right. So here we go. So the first one is Pittsburgh at Cleveland. I'm going Cleveland because I know they got a backup quarterback. He's saying it's the wrong guy.
It is.
And he may be right about that. But here's the thing. Pittsburgh is literally doing this with smoke and mirrors.
That's
and Cleveland's defense is the best in the league. And Cleveland's at home. And Cleveland just won in Baltimore. Cleveland's got all the momentum here. And it's in Cleveland. I think it's going to be close because Pittsburgh has a funny way of doing this. But I still think Cleveland is the better team. They're at home. And they're on a roll right now, man. They beat Baltimore in Baltimore. They feel like they can do anything. I think they're gonna beat Pittsburgh. I like Cleveland in this one.
All right. I'm going Steelers.
Okay.
So right away we have
one.
We have a different. So I'm just kind of going back to when Deshaun Watson went out earlier in the year, and I'm pretty sure that next game was against the Ravens, and I think they only scored 3 points. And I know the Ravens' defense is probably better than Pittsburgh's defense, but I still like Pittsburgh's defense. And I really don't like that they're not putting P.J. Walker in because I thought he looked good.
Is that definite?
Yeah, I think they named Dorian Thompson. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's right.
DTR.
Yeah.
I think they named him the starter. And that's what I'm basing this on. So,
okay.
So
I got Cleveland, he's got Pitts.
If it's P.J. Walker, I would lean the other way, but I'm going to stick to the Steelers right now.
All right. Next one, this is a laugh fest. Chicago at Detroit.
Oh my God,
Detroit. Now I will say this: Chicago.
I thought
Chicago.
In my head, I heard Denver.
Chicago is number 2 in the league against the run. So
you said that last night.
Nobody's really run on them. Chicago's offense is so anemic. I can't see them. Detroit, I think, will still find a way to score 20 on this defense because they can still throw it.
Dude, they're going to score more than 20.
So I think Detroit wins because they can still throw it. They don't have to run it to beat these guys.
I think they'll probably take the ball away too because
so we both got Detroit in this one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Next one, the Chargers, who have suddenly won 2 in a row, are at Green Bay, who is they're in a free fall. They're in a fucking free fall.
It can be hard to pick Green Bay in many games going forward.
Well, they're at Green Bay, and the Chargers still have that coach. This is the other thing. I got to lean towards the Chargers just because I don't know what the hell Green Bay is doing.
Yeah.
This guy, now look, the Chargers defense, I mean, they can throw on these guys. This could be a get-right game for this guy, but I don't know where his head is mentally. I mean, if it wasn't for Mac Jones, I'd say he is the most lost quarterback in the league right now, but Mac Jones is. So it's by default, he's second, but I just don't.
It's hard to pick Green Bay right now.
It really is.
But
they've got weapons too. They got 2 running backs. They got some. I don't understand how they're this bad.
Dude, Christian Watson, they can't get the ball to him.
They can't get the ball to him. I don't get it.
He seemed like a legit number 1 last year.
Yeah.
I mean, he started out first 6-7 weeks with a hammy.
Yeah.
Maybe not that many, but I mean he's been non-existent this year.
You're right. He has been.
So,
I don't get it.
I'm going Chargers on that one,
I like
too.
the Chargers also. Next one, the Raiders. Suddenly, the rejuvenated Raiders. They
annoy me.
They have the cigar smoke and champagne when they beat. Who did they beat again? Oh, you're the Giants. Yeah, the Giants.
And then the Jets.
The Jets. Two fucking juggernauts.
two shitbag quarterbacks.
2 visionary offenses.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. That wasn't nice. Okay. I don't think
it's true though.
Well, but I mean,
nice had nothing to do with it.
But Tommy DeVito, he shouldn't be shat on. He's a 3rd-string quarterback that doesn't belong there. It's not.
Wait, he shouldn't even be a 3rd stringer?
It doesn't look like it. Like your third stringer should be able to come in and play.
At least hold his own.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to shit on the guy, but
he shit on himself. It's not you.
But dude,
he doesn't have Waller. But that hurts.
No, you're right.
He doesn't have all his weapons. I mean, so I don't know.
But let me tell you something. If Ron Rivera finds a way to lose to this Giants team, yikes.
By the way,
that's got to be the last.
That's possible.
It's got to be the last straw.
That's possible.
Doesn't that have to be the last straw?
We'll get to that one in a minute. Anyway, Raiders at Miami.
Duh.
Miami.
Yeah.
Now, Giants at Redskins. Giants at Commanders. The Commanders should win this game.
Yes.
But are the Commanders playing for it, or are they throwing in the towel? They're 4-5. They're not actually out of it. But
yeah, no, I don't.
Although according to Ron Rivera, they probably are. He doesn't know.
So, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Are we mathematically still in this thing?
Yeah, he may not know.
You cannot logically pick the Giants with the current state of that team right now.
No.
I don't know who's playing, honestly.
No. Saquon Barkley was listed as questionable. Is that right?
I think he's playing. Yeah, you might be right that he's questionable, but they were talking about it on New York Sports this morning that he should fucking shut it down for the year.
What's he got to prove?
They were like, dude, they haven't shown him shit.
The only thing left for him to do is get hurt.
Right. What is he doing right now?
Yeah, he's not playing for him.
He's playing in meaningless games behind a makeshift offensive line and no quarterback.
Get healthy, go out and find yourself a new home next year.
You guys don't want to pay me? All right, I'm going to rest up.
Because rest up and go. You might as well. Because honestly, a contender will pick him up at a probably pretty good salary. Because he will put some team over the top.
He's still elite.
He's elite. He's elite. He proved it last year.
He is one of those running backs that can change a game.
He changes your offense when he's in there. Okay, trust me, he did it.
He's legit.
Anyway, we got the Commanders. Next laugher on this should be called this laugher Sunday. Everything's fucking Dallas at Carolina. Look, if Dallas loses this fucking game, just fucking quit.
No way.
Dallas, if you lose this game, just fucking quit. Forfeit the rest of the season. Okay, just fucking.
There's no way in hell.
No, there isn't. So Dallas.
But if Bryce Young wins, they'll start talking about Jerry Jones.
I will say this.
They'll start talking about Jerry Jones going after Bryce Young.
If Carolina, by some miracle, pulled this off, I don't know that it'd be a happier time for me. Because Pete would never be able to open his mouth again. Never. If they lose this game. They're not going to. They're going to bum blast the shit out of them. I mean, but...
where is it?
It's in Carolina. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Who gives a shit where it is?
It could be
in our backyard.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The next one.
Could be on Mars.
Tennessee at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's been disappointing.
I can't stand that team.
They should be better. I mean, they're in first place.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to stop worrying about. How.
But the thing is, they beat Buffalo. Buffalo's overrated. I got that one right.
Did they get banged last week? Jacksonville?
San Fran bent them over.
They beat the shit out of them. Right?
They beat them by 33 on their field.
And that's after San Francisco has struggled to
look good. San Fran had lost 3 in a row, which is why we guaranteed they weren't losing 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Dude, they had Debo back, they had Williams back. They
Trent Williams is a big piece of that.
He's the best lineman in the league.
Yeah.
He's the best lineman in the league. And he showed it on Sunday. I mean, listen, they bent them over on their field. It's one thing to get bent over.
So now you've got Tennessee going into Jacksonville?
No, they're not.
Opposite way.
Jacksonville got embarrassed.
Is it opposite? Did you say?
Tennessee's going to Jacksonville. Jacksonville got embarrassed last week. I don't think they're going to play better this week.
What did Tennessee do last week?
They lost to Tampa Bay on the road, which isn't a bad. Tampa Bay's pretty good.
But Tennessee's just not that good right now.
They don't have a quarterback.
They got Will Levis in there, right?
They don't have a quarterback.
That's for Jacksonville. You can't lose this fucking game.
Jacksonville cannot lose.
Did Jacksonville already beat them this year?
I don't know if they've played yet. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. They're at home, and Jacksonville should win this game. I'm picking Jacksonville. And given how badly they played last week, I can't believe they're going to have 2 stinkers in a row. I think they're going to come out and give their best punch this week because they kind of have to after that. Moving on. Arizona at Houston. Houston is the feel-good story of the season. They really are. C.J. Stroud is all that in a bag of potato chips. He should have gone number 1. I think we can all safely say that now. No disrespect to Bryce Young. He has nothing around him.
Yeah, because who knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's got nothing around him. He's in Mac Jones land right now. He's got nothing around him. But I'll tell you what, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah.
Last night, as we were walking down to watch the Thursday night football game, I was talking to RJ about a fantasy dilemma. Do I start Lamar Jackson or C.J. Stroud?
And I said C.J. Stroud.
He said C.J.
Yeah.
I said I went with Lamar. And he goes, I think you made a mistake.
Yep,
now,
I still do.
Lamar put up 24 points.
He did.
Which
I think
can't. Do you think Stroud's going to top it?
Stroud's going to put up 30.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah.
He is. They are going to look. To Arizona's credit, throw the record out the window. They've been in just about every game, and Kyler Murray.
Seemed to play hard.
Kyler Murray came back last week and played really well, given he's been out for a long time. But they're going to Houston, who is on a roll right now. Houston, I think, is going to get in the playoffs, and they're going to be a problem in the playoffs because they play defense and they've got a quarterback who is fearless, and he's got some weapons, and he knows how to use them.
And last week, his Nico Collins was out, and they beat Cincinnati.
Yeah, in Cincinnati, I might add.
Now,
and Cincinnati had won 3 in a row. They were on a roll.
Cincinnati was playing.
Cincinnati was playing well when they got them. I mean, look, I'm telling you, Houston is dangerous.
But they better win this game. They're better than the Cardinals.
I thought when the season started that defensively they were going to be very good. I just didn't know where their offense was. That's why I didn't think they'd make the playoffs. C.J. Stroud has been better than I thought he could be.
Oh, it's been better than anybody thought he could be.
I thought he could win Rookie of the Year, but I didn't think he'd be playing like this.
But I think this is a good test for them because
it is. It is.
Because there's no reason they should lose this game.
No, it's a game they're supposed to win.
But a couple of weeks ago, they lost to Bryce Young and those shitty Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that one I still can't.
They can't do
that. You realize
that.
they'd be 6-3 right now for winning that game?
That's what I'm saying.
But that tells you they're a young team.
Exactly.
A young team does that every now
But that's why this is kind of a good reset from the Bengals
think about
game.
They lose to Carolina, then they go into Cincinnati and beat them.
They come back on them.
Yeah.
But Burrow threw a couple late picks there that were not Wayne.
But I think Houston wins this game, and they should. Next one, Tampa Bay at San Francisco. San Fran is healthy. Yeah, and when they are healthy, I don't know if there's a better team in this league. I don't think there is if they're healthy. They lost 3 in a row. They were not healthy. They were healthy. They went into Jacksonville and destroyed them. They also went into Pittsburgh and won 30-7. Okay? They also beat Dallas 42-10. When San Fran is healthy, they destroy people.
They also lost to Cleveland with a backup quarterback.
Because Cleveland's defense is that fucking good.
Is that when they got hurt?
Cleveland knocked Debo out in the first half of that game.
They were hitting hard.
Cleveland is old school physical.
Yo, they hit hard.
That's why Cleveland's a threat. Even without Deshaun Watson, they are a threat.
Even their secondary hits.
Dude.
They come up and
they hit everybody. Yeah. They'll hit the cheerleaders. They don't give a fuck.
All right, so we're both going Niners.
We're both going Niners. The Jets at Buffalo. Honestly, this has become a toss-up game.
I can't pick the Jets.
Buffalo is in total disarray.
But why? That's like...
I told you why.
I know. We've been talking about this since last year when Steph Diggs was yelling about his shit. You said the coach is a fraud.
He is a fraud.
Basically, his answer...
That answer told you
Diggs.
everything about him.
You're right. And you brought that up then.
He's a fraud.
That was the confirmation of that, I think.
He stands there like he's Vince Lombardi. He is not Vince Lombardi.
What's his name again?
His name is McDermott. Joe McDermott?
No. Mike.
Mike McDermott? Whatever his name is.
Sean?
Mike McFraud is what his name should be.
Mike McDermott. I think that's it.
So, look, the only reason I'm picking...
but are you going to pick the Jets?
No, because the Jets aren't beating Buffalo twice. They're not beating Buffalo twice. Yeah. They shouldn't have beat him the first time, but Josh Allen gift-wrapped it. So I don't think he's going to gift-wrap it again.
Last year.
Yeah, so I think Buffalo gets this one at home. I can't see the Jets beating them twice.
New York Sports, they're saying that the Jets are going to put the Bills out of their misery this weekend. If the Jets beat them, that might.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
It would. Let's make no mistake.
Just put them down.
By the way, if the Jets do beat Buffalo, okay, then I'm going to get one thing right. The Jets are going to come in second place in the division. And the only reason Buffalo, you had them winning it, because Miami thinks going to win it. If Tua stays healthy, Miami's going to win it. But if it wasn't for the Patriots getting just sliding, Buffalo could finish in last place. They would. They're going to finish in third. I'm not going to be wrong about them. The Pats are just so bad. They're worse than I ever thought they could be. They're worse than I ever thought. And they're not even playing, so fuck them. Fuck you. Fuck you, Bill. They're on bye. I guarantee they can't lose this week. Anyway, that's a Sean Darcy line.
So we're both on the Bills.
We're both on the Bills. Now, this one is interesting. Seattle at the Rams. The Rams are playing. I can't figure them out. They're up. Well, Matthew Stafford is back this week.
I did see that.
That's going to help them. That's part of their problem. He's been out. Who
the fuck's been quarterbacking? Wolford?
I don't know. He's a scab. He sucks.
No. Don't they have Stetson Bennett? Has he not been playing?
I don't think he's the second string guy. If I look at hold on a second.
I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think he has.
He hasn't played.
I'd be kind of excited to see him in there.
That game is very interesting. And I say that because if you look at the standings right now, well,
are the Seahawks still leading that division?
The Seahawks and the Niners are tied at 6-3 because San Fran had that they got banged up and they lost it. So
I think that makes me like the Seahawks.
Well, here's the thing:
they're focused right now.
They are focused, but the Rams. This is their season. The Rams have to win this game. Or they're bad.
What's the Rams?
They're 3-6. They win. They're 4-6, and they're back in it. Again, there's still 8 games or 7 games to go. You're not out of it at 4-6 at all.
Yeah.
But they have to win this game. They have Matthew Stafford back. This is the thing. If he wasn't playing, this is the Seahawks all day long. But I have a feeling the Rams are going to win this game because he is back and they're the desperate team. Seattle can lose this game, it doesn't kill them. The Rams lose this game, their season's over.
Yeah.
And the desperate team in this scenario usually wins if talent is comparable. The Rams have a very good receiving core, close to Seattle's, with those 2 guys and Cooper Kupp. They've got a very comparable receiving core, but they just haven't had Matt Stafford for the past couple weeks, and it's killed them. He is back. It's in L.A. I think the Rams win. It's a close game. I think the Rams win.
I'm going Seahawks.
Which brings us, hold on a second. So he gets to ground 2. The Sunday night game. Now, this just got interesting. The rejuvenated, I don't know who's more rejuvenated here. The rejuvenated Minnesota Vikings or the rejuvenated Denver Broncos, who just went into Buffalo and came back and beat the Bills. Russell Wilson, by the way, has quietly had a very good year.
This one's easy for me
because
regardless of the situation, I said it and I'm sticking to it. I'm not picking the Broncos all year.
If they played Cosby High, would you pick Cosby High?
You're damn right. When I go out there and play with them,
I would take the penalty on the first leg as I run over and I'd tackle, I'd blindside Sean Payton and knock his headset right off.
He'd probably kick my ass,
dude. I can see you running just full blown body, fucking boom, take him out,
just blow him up,
just take him out.
No, but I mean, I like Minnesota better than
this
Denver.
Quarterback. Is he still there?
Yeah, Dobbs.
This fucking kid has been unbelievable. If it wasn't for the Texans, he'd be the feel good story of the season.
It wasn't for the Houston Texans.
Is. I mean, he is for the NFC.
Individually,
he's been great.
He's been great. If there's like a most improved player or comeback, I don't know, but I still like Minnesota is a better team than Denver at this point.
Here's the thing: is Jefferson back? Because he started to practice.
But dude, even if he's not, Hawkinson, Addison, they got some players.
Denver's D, since that 70-point debacle, has steadily gotten very, very good. They held KC to 9 points. I think anybody holds KC to 9 points. Philadelphia couldn't do that. I mean, Miami couldn't.
But was that really their D? Yes, or was that fucking KC being stupid?
I think it was both.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give him some credit.
You have to give him some credit because at the end of the day, that's still Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Well, me. I'm going Vikings here.
I'm torn on this one. The Vikings this kid has saved their season.
He's awesome, man.
He's been great. Where are they right now? Hold on a second. They have they are 6-4.
Who?
Minnesota.
Holy shit.
Denver's 4-5. And
6-4. Hold on a second.
6-4.
That's 6-4, and they lost the best receiver in the league, and their quarterback leader, who I know a lot of people don't like, but to lose Kirk Cousins and the stats that he puts up.
Yeah, he's a stat sheet stuff.
I mean,
except when it matters most. But anyway.
But I mean, to lose a guy like that, it's not like it's not like they lost a backup.
This kid has literally saved them. So, and they're playing well, but Denver's playing well. This is gonna be a better game than people think.
That's the game.
This is gonna be a better game. This is a good Sunday night game.
Oh, that's a Sunday night game.
Okay. This is a good game. This is gonna be better.
That actually saves the day.
It kind of does, because to me, they're both playing well. They both need the game. It is in Denver. This is the thing. That fucking mile high.
Shit.
It's the altitude. If you don't go there every year, like if you don't play in the AFC West, like Minnesota goes there once every 16 fucking years.
So you're taking the Broncos?
I think I'm on the fence. It's tough.
Putting you down as a tentative for the Broncos. I'm on the Vikings.
It's tough.
Can't believe you're picking Sean Payton.
It's not about it's they're playing well. They're playing well. You got to give it to them. You have to like Sean Payton. I criticize him.
I can't believe you're picking with them.
Well, because I'm like you. I can let things go. You can't.
Bullshit. Can let things go.
I'm still not the biggest Sean Payton fan.
You've been crying about
I'm
Tom Brady leaving New England for 6 years.
Oh, that is very different.
Don't tell me you can let shit go.
Would you let six?
You've got baggage too.
Would you let?
You've got baggage
but
too.
But inside that bag is 6 rings.
I don't care.
And it would have been 7 if he stayed.
Baggage.
Bill Belichick has cost us 2 Super Bowls.
All right.
Anyway.
KC.
No. Yeah.
Or Philly.
Philly is at KC.
Is Philly coming off a bye?
They are.
I like that. I kind of like that.
Here's the thing.
They should have beat him in the Super Bowl.
They should have beaten them in the Super Bowl.
But now they're not as good.
Neither is KC.
Their defense is a little better, I think.
Yeah, but I think that Philly's offense is better. By the way, the last couple of weeks, Mr. Hurts was playing hurt. He is 100%.
Was he? Was he limping?
He was limping. He's not limping now. He's at the bye week and he's healthy. He is healthy.
I'm kind of like the Eagles.
Philly is going to win this game.
Yeah.
They're going to go in there and they're going to beat him because at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have the firepower to compete with this guy, and Philly knows they dropped the ball last year in the Super Bowl, and they're going to remember it. And I know Spagnuolo's done a great job with that defense, but Jalen Hurts for the first time in a month. They're saying is 100%, and if he's 100%, that offensive line is still the best in the league. So
the only problem with Philly is the defense,
the secondary.
Yeah,
front four still good, the secondary. But the problem is KC doesn't have the weapons to exploit it. They just have Travis Kelce.
Right.
If all Philly's got to do is double team Travis Kelce because they don't have another guy that scares you. They just don't.
But here's the only thing is last year when Philly's defense was better, KC didn't have any more weapons then.
They did. They had a healthy Juju Smith-Schuster who had a. Do you know what his numbers were in the Super Bowl?
What?
He had almost 100 yards. He had a touchdown. Yeah, he did.
100?
Almost not 100, close to it, but he had a touchdown too.
70?
70 or 80. Kelce had over 100. No, actually, Kelce had 6 for 81 a touchdown. They were both he spread the ball around. But Juju Smith-Schuster was a factor in that Super Bowl, but he was healthy. They didn't, believe it or not, they didn't replace him. At least not his production. He was 900 yards last year. He was number 2 to Kelce. Kelce was 1,300. He was 900. He was legit too. They haven't replaced him, or his production, I should say. They haven't.
But he's in New England as a shell, right?
Because he's injured. He's been playing hurt the whole season. Whoever passed him on that physical, that fucking doctor or whoever should be fucking fired. He was never healthy.
Yeah.
He was never healthy. And the Patriots bought it, and he was never healthy. He hasn't been healthy all season.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Eagles in this game. The fact that they're coming off a bye and they're rested, that's good. Yeah. I don't even think it's a strategic thing. I think the way they play is very physical. They need that time.
The Eagles have 2 things going for them. Their quarterback is healthy. They have more weapons in the passing game.
What happened with KC last week? Who'd they beat?
They beat Miami and no. They beat who was it? It's right here, dickhead. Just look at it. Hold on. It was week 10. They beat. It was a very uninspiring performance, I think. Week 10.
Did they play?
Was that a bye? They were on a bye. They didn't play last week.
So they're both
2 weeks ago they beat Miami.
So they're both coming off a bye.
Yeah. But I think Philly has an axe to grind here. And Hurts is healthy and they have more weapons.
Damn it. I wish I didn't hear that they're coming off a bye too.
They're both coming off a bye.
I know, it makes me like Philly a little less. Because what's Andy Reid coming off the bye?
Don't care.
Hang on a second.
How many times has he played this Philly team coming off the bye? KC's offense is not very good. It's not what it's been. It certainly wasn't what it was going into the Super Bowl last year. I can tell you that right now. Look, is this a game of
Andy Reid coming off a bye is legendary.
Don't care.
What do you think his record is?
He probably has 1 loss.
No, come on. How many wins?
I don't know.
How many guys?
I don't know.
28-4.
Okay, he has 4 losses.
It's pretty good though. 28-4 coming off a bye.
So he's due. Philly.
Damn it. Wish I hadn't looked at that. I was comfortable with my...
I was comfortable with myself.
I was comfortable with it. My first thought was the Eagles should have beat him in the Super Bowl. They're going to beat him now.
They are going to beat him now.
Because then my second thought was, oh, they're coming off a bye. That's great.
Yep.
Then my third thought was, yeah, they're going to beat him. And then...
So you still think they're going to beat him?
I know, but this is in my head now.
Can Patrick Mahomes fuck this up? Yeah, I hope he does. I have him in fantasy. But the bottom line is they don't have the firepower to fuck this up. They don't.
The Eagles are underdogs in this game.
Yeah, because it's in KC. Yeah, of course they are. KC's 7-2. But KC did not look, offensively anyway, impressive against Miami. He doesn't have a shutdown defense. They haven't looked like themselves. They haven't blown. I mean, how many times have they lit? Maybe one game where they lit somebody up. Denver held them to 9 points, for Christ's sake. Denver.
That was
weird. Yeah, I don't listen. I think it's close because it's in KC. I think it's going to be exciting, but I think Philly wins it, probably by a touchdown.
The only thing is that Philly's pass defense kind of sucks.
Yeah, the problem is KC doesn't have the weapons other than Kelsey. Look, if you can't double team Travis Kelsey, because who else you got to worry about?
Right.
Who the fuck else you got to worry about?
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore. I'll believe Sky Moore, and Sky Moore catches 3 touchdowns in a game. I'll believe that.
He was a big factor in the Super Bowl.
They all were. He threw 4 touchdown passes. 3 of them. He threw 1 to Kelsey, 1 to Juju, and 1 to him, I think.
The Eagles getting guard Cam Jurgens back from injury is significant.
It would be because that makes their line healthy. Because it's been
the Birds averaged 101 yards per game in the 5 games without him compared to 165 per game with them. Damn, that one guy left the line, and it cost them
that's a huge
60 yards
that's
rushing.
A huge gap.
That's major.
So he's back.
This spells big things for Swift, who averaged 3.3 yards a carry while Jurgens was injured. Yeah, because Swift was running all over the place for a while there.
60 yards a game? That's a difference.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference. Anyway,
so that makes me feel better about my Eagles pick.
I've got Philly. Anyway, we're going to do the that's for the pick segment for the NFL. There are 3 games in college. I'm going to give you the Giggle Smoke guarantee before the break. I'll pick the other 2 after the break, and then he's going to do two sets with Tommy and Draymond. Plus, there's someone I got an extra grind with. Look, first one on the docket to me that of significance. This occurs at 3:30. If I'm not mistaken. No, 2:30. Number 22, Utah at number 17, Arizona. Arizona is going to be the quietest ranked team I've ever seen. They've played a murderer's row of a schedule. If you look at their 3 losses, it's Oregon, it's Washington, and they were in both those games.
They barely got out of Colorado.
They barely got out of Colorado. Colorado gave them fits, yeah, when Colorado actually was doing something.
That was last week.
Last week, I know. Well, Colorado's done now, aren't they?
Just like throw a little jab at him.
I got to tell you, as Arizona, to me, like, if they were in any other conference, they'd probably be undefeated. Except for maybe the SEC if they play on Georgia's side. But they're very good. Utah's offense is no joke. It is in Arizona. I like Utah on the road to win that game because Utah is, to me, they're a tough team. Arizona's going to play them because Arizona's a tough team too. But this could be the game of the day in terms of this goes right down to the wire. So I have Utah in a nail biter there. The next one, number 1, Georgia at number 18, Tennessee. Tennessee has quietly been under the radar. They've been solid all year. Georgia got the tight end back. Brom Bones, as I call him. He's Brom Bones. The dude's the best. He could be the number 1 pick in the draft. He's that fucking good. But it's in Tennessee. I think Georgia wins that game because they've got him back. If they didn't have him, Tennessee, I think would upset them. But Georgia's got him back. I think they're going to win that game. Georgia and Alabama are on a collision course right now. And the Giggle Smoke guarantee, which is Washington at Oregon State.
7:30.
This will be on
during Friendsgiving.
At the Izzo's Friendsgiving. The Italian cuisine will be spectacular tomorrow night. Red wine will be everywhere. Maybe Italian wine coolers. Who knows? Anyway, the Giggle Smoke here. Now, Washington is going into Oregon State. If you've seen Oregon State this year, that offense is legit. Washington has another gear. They have another gear. They proved it every time they come against a team that looks like they're finally going to beat them. They have another gear. And they're going to go into our Oregon, which is a tough place. And the Giggle Smoke guarantee is Washington's going to win this game tomorrow night. Even though I think it's a pick-em game because it's in Oregon State. It's on ABC at 7:30. The nation can watch it. Washington stays undefeated. They go in there, and it's going to be close because Oregon State has some firepower on that offense. But there's going to be fireworks. That's going to be like a 41-35 game. But Washington's going to do it again. That's my Giggle Smoke guarantee. Coming back, segment 3, 2 cents with Tommy. Tommy 2 cents. We will talk about. We're gonna slam. We have to explain or try to explain the idiocy that is Draymond Green. And here's a question for you: when does Golden State say enough is enough? We're going to talk about that because honestly, Golden State has to ask themselves a question on this one. And we'll get into it in segment 3 because I think it's a question.
If they haven't asked it already, they're not going to ask.
I think they have. They're just not letting it out. We're going to talk about it.
But they signed him.
Yeah, but then he did. He's been suspended 2 games already this year. And now it's twice, and now he's got a 5 game.
Him knocking out Jordan Poole was 10 times worse than this. And they signed him a year after that.
I'm saying, but they can trade him. I'm saying.
Buyer beware of that one.
And we'll discuss it in segment 3, 2 cents with Tommy, and I have an axe to grind with a certain celebrity. We'll see in segment 3.